Want to jump in old peanut butter over here?
Sure. Let's do it.
You want to jump into some PB&F? Some peanut butter and Falcon over here?
That sounds nasty, PB&F.
PB&F.
Yeah. Peanut butter and Falcon.
I'm more of a baptism by fire type.
Okay.
Come to my wrestling school and become a badass.
That's what he wants to do with the rest of his life.
Support us at our store, dtmerch.com. Buy some stuff. Is that classic black tee with the white logo right there, along with the other shirts that we have. If you got enough shirts, get a coffee cup. And call the folks and tell them a new toast is in the world with that phone cover. And we also got the gift of choice right there. And I asked Martin about this shit. And Martin like, I'll go see it. You'll be all right. Martin, not only did you lie, but you got to warn people about this kind of thing, man.
Well, your question to me was, is it worth seeing? And I thought for a second, I was like, yeah.
Now, I don't know what y'all... No, can't wait. Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Heartwarming tale.
Yeah.
Of a falcon and his peanut butter. I have not seen anything about this, didn't see a trailer or anything.
No shit.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so I get in there. I don't even know who's in the movie. So I get in there and I see Shia LaBeouf in this movie being just a fuck up in life, and I see all these old greased ass rednecks everywhere and everything. And then I see this greased up Down syndrome boy trying to escape from an old folks home, and I'm like, what the is going on here, man? Zach is an orphan too, so Zach has no one to care for him. And even though Zach is older, people feel like Zach cannot care for himself. It's only when he makes his big escape and hooks up with this other fugitive, played by Shia LaBeouf, as he's trying to make his way to a wrestling school. See, this is already getting crazy.
Just even on paper.
Yeah, I was like, wow. Did I say it took a while to get crazy? No.
Sounds like right off the fucking bat to me. Yeah.
No, let me just say it gets crazier. No, it starts crazy and then it gets fucking crazy.
You used to start talking normal, and here's escape with Shia LaBeouf, and then he has to go to wrestling school. Hold on, let me stop myself there.
Did I just use that sentence? A greased up Down syndrome boy tries to escape from an old folks home to go to a wrestling school. Jesus Christ!
Bruce Dern.
This is crazy. Yeah. But you know, along the way, even though they're very different, can they put their differences aside and become friends? And not only that, but can Zach learns that he really can do anything that anyone else can? Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for old Peanut Butter Falcon.
You two are close.
We are.
Well, then you'll figure out where he's at and you'll bring him back.
Are you following me?
So, Billy, you can laugh.
It's all right.
It's okay.
Hey, the movie knows it's funny.
Yeah.
They're not trying to hide it.
Billy's so nervous right now.
I know, I'm trying to.
He's like, is it right to laugh at a greased up Down syndrome boy and whitey tighty running down the street? Tighty whitey running down.
Sound gonna be.
Slap. Running down the street. Running down the street at night.
Rule number 1, don't slow me down. Rule number 2, I'm in charge. Hey, what's rule number 1?
Eleanor, I don't want to go home.
You bitch.
Like, boy, I'm trying you out of here.
I don't care what condition you got. I'll beat your ass.
I got your wrestling school right here, motherfucker.
Shit, I'll beat the syndrome out of your ass.
Wrestlers got alter egos. You need a name.
Falcon. Peanut Butter Falcon!
Yeah, as weird as that description is, what I'm saying, it is weird. Don't get me wrong. So, and that was almost a problem for me, because I was saying, as weird as the premise is for this, I don't even say weird, just how just crazy it is, you know? Because it goes some crazy places. It's still kind of very conventional, man. Hey,
it's very conventional.
Yeah.
It's kind of mundane. It actually pulls from so many different movies.
So many different movies.
I was like, okay, it's Mud, it's Huckleberry Finn.
It's Simon Birch.
Simon Birch.
Simon Birch.
Yeah. You know, and that's the thing. You can even tell by the music. The music in this trailer tells you everything you need to know. Every time you got somebody raising their hands up in the air in a car, and they like playing that music and they always have those same lyrics. You know,
Radio.
Yeah.
Radio.
It's taking me back when everybody thought that they could get an Oscar by either playing a mentally challenged person or having a mentally challenged person in that movie.
Yeah, it's a real throwback of a movie.
Oh yeah. like yeah, I'm a winner.
I'm in a car with a bunch of rednecks.
Yeah. You know, this is
Little Miss Sunshine too, like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, I've seen this before, man.
These guys, they did this movie just for that guy, just for that kid.
But you know,
Zach.
and that's cool because I do like Zach. But like I said, you've seen it before. You know, the charming and funny Down syndrome kid, a mentally challenged person or a handicapped person that, you know, everybody is insultingly overprotective.
Right.
You know, they
Right.
you know, because I mean, man, they're seriously, man.
It's Rain Man without the superpowers.
Yeah, they do this kid wrong. They got his ass in an old folks' home, and they talking about it. he's like, man, I'm Down syndrome. I'm not dying.
Right.
Shit, I want to. I'm a young man.
You got me sitting over with 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Take something off.
I mean, sitting over here with this man, this other old man up here. You know how the rest of the story goes. When he's out there, he meets the loser who's got none going on in his life, who treats him like shit. But really, as the movie goes on, you know that he's not really treating him like shit. He's just treating him like everybody else.
Yes.
And because of that, because he didn't try to handle him with care, because he treated him like a man, he taught old Zach that he can do what anybody else can. Y'all, come on, y'all.
Yeah,
y'all
I know.
see this
I know.
before.
I know.
Y'all know it. I mean, it's predictable.
It really is. I mean, the only time it's not predictable is when it does something when you're like, really? You gonna do this?
Yeah.
Like there's a romance that pops up. I'm like,
Man, hold on, cause oh boy. I went over, I was sitting over at Easy Tiger and I wrote a whole chapter about that bullshit ass romance they got in here. You know, but I tell you, I like Shia Labeouf in this, man. Shia LaBeouf, I thought he was great in this, man.
I thought he was good, and yet he never stopped being Shia LaBeouf to me.
Really?
Yeah.
My problem with them is that the movie tries to they try to make you like him.
Yes, they want to have it both ways.
This guy
he's a rat piece of shit.
This guy's a complete not human shit, but rat piece of shit.
Damn.
And he's redneck as too. He's so stupid that his existence is dangerous, man. Because he's gonna kill himself one day by doing something stupid. But
shit.
there's a good chance that he's gonna take a few other people out with him.
Yes, because
he's dumb.
Because when you say he does something stupid, it makes it seem almost like it's not his fault. And he's actually done some things that are malicious.
No, man.
When you're like, man, you know that ain't right. And you either going to jail or you're going to get killed doing that shit.
Right.
And so don't try to make me feel sorry for you.
Yeah, no, what this movie does, they try to have bad guys. They got John Hawkes
Damn, looking like
as
Skeletor.
the bad guy. Yeah.
Man, they always casting John Hawkes
As a redneck.
Not just as a redneck, but as an evil son of a bitch, as a criminal in these movies. And I'm like, this guy's like 85 pounds.
Yeah.
Who is scared of him?
Yeah, they always give him meth before they shoot. They got him as the villain here, him and his henchman, his sidekick. And they want you to this is where they want you to root against him and for some reason root for Shia LaBeouf. But they set the movie up with Shia LaBeouf clearly doing something that was not only illegal, but was doing something to ruin this man's livelihood. And I mean, they didn't even try to they didn't offer you no justification for that. It's almost like the director don't even like this dude.
Well, of course he did that because he owed him money. Goes and does something heinous.
Yeah,
Just 'cause he's mad about it.
I was really trying to grasp.
Bro, he's a level scamp, right?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
They try to make it, just because now all of a sudden you adopted a Down syndrome kid. Oh, we supposed to like you. No, you're an asshole, man. There's a point in the movie where John Hawkes actually he looks at the audience and asks them, is like, give me one reason why I shouldn't kill this motherfucker. When I'm just,
Can I come back tomorrow?
next question. I was like, wow. They're trying to make you like this guy. And you know what? And they're trying to make you like him because they got, I don't want to say anything just yet, but because they got to make you believe in this bullshit romance that they got. Yeah. That kid, Zach, I believe his name is Zach Gottsagen. That kid is good. Now I'm not gonna say he's the greatest actor because you can tell that they're feeding him lines off camera.
That's why his character and him have the same name, so he didn't get confused.
Yeah.
Man, listen. I'm not just putting that on him. And every time you see that in a movie or a TV show, that's the reason.
I mean, they feeding them lines, and I'm not making fun of him, but he's trying to say them lines, and he's got fumes coming out of his trying to say that. But the kid he's amazing, man, because he's great on camera.
You know it's true. That's the reason Tony Danza's name was Tony when he was on Taxi, because they didn't want him getting confused.
Yeah, this kid here, man. Look.
What's his name?
His name is Zach.
What's his name? Real name Corky on Life Goes On.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but he's good, man. He actually the thing is, you can tell he's a natural in front of the camera because you can tell he loves mugging in front of the camera.
He's having a good time.
There's nothing wrong with that.
He's having a great time, man. And also, what I liked about him and Shia Labeouf together, man, as bad as Shia LaBeouf's character is in the movie, these two don't spend a whole lot of time bickering. They, I'll tell you the one thing that they're great together. It's only when Dakota Johnson comes in, and I'm just like, wow, you were these things up with these two dudes right here. That Jake, say what you will about him not knowing his lines or whatever, but he might have Down syndrome, but he's acting circles around that girl.
I
man.
know.
For real?
I know. Yeah, you are like, why'd you even show up? And
Yeah.
I always thought in those 50 Shades movies that it was just the script that made you bad, but I'm having to rethink that now.
You know what? I saw her in that movie, Bad Times at the El Royale, and I thought she was good in that.
Yeah.
She wasn't bad in Black Mass either.
No,
and Suspiria.
yeah, no, it's nothing against her. I don't know what it is, man. I'm not even saying she's terrible, but it's just something about her.
It's almost like she didn't know what to do.
Yeah, or they didn't know what to do with her or something. I tell you what it is. I know exactly what it is. She's there just to be a love interest.
I think she also serves the purpose of, okay, she was a person trying to bring him back, but if Shia LaBeouf can convince her, then he convinces the audience, and we go like, oh, well, even she turned. So
yeah,
it's got to be the best thing for Zach to be hanging out with this criminal.
No.
Look, I could have you arrested for kidnapping, okay?
Oh, you gonna have me arrested for kidnapping? How do you figure?
Hey, Eleanor!
Oh!
I'll tell you what, his ass be going in that water and get my goddamn keys. You want to be like everybody else? Be like everybody else and get my keys. Zach.
He's seeing him go, oh!
Because I'm going to whoop your ass like I would everybody else. You don't buy this shit at all, man. This is the most bullshit ass, forced, crammed ass romance I've ever seen in a movie. This romantic subplot right here, it's done out of obligation.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I mean by this is like everything that you've seen in there.
Yeah.
This is not a real romance here. It's one of those. It's one of those those fake romances that you see in movies where why do they get together? Oh, because they spent about 10 minutes with each other.
Right.
You know, or we need to fill time, or this is another way to actually kind of emotionally manipulate the audience.
Yeah, nothing that goes on offsets her reasons for being there.
Yeah, and it's not convincing how they. I mean, this old grease ass redneck right here and shit.
Man, he like you can smell him just from the screen the whole time he's on.
And the thing is, I mean, it's sketchy and shady as hell when he's even talking to her. She meets him at a convenience store and like, hey, what's your number? Hey, you gonna call me? Hey, what are you doing? Huh? Hey, you pretty.
She's all giggle.
No, at first she's like f off, but then she's insecure. She's got some kind of problems with her confidence or something, man. She's high off of goddamn moonshine fumes or something. It's almost, you know what it is? It's almost like she is like high off of his stench, and she can't even think for herself because ain't nothing.
The stank got her.
Yeah, she's just high as off of that hillbilly stank because she. Ain't nobody, I mean, there's nothing romantic about him at all. If anything, comes off like almost like a goddamn sexual assaulter. Hey, girl, what's your name?
Yes.
Hey, you gonna call me? Huh?
Especially the first time they meet. And the whole time, yeah, he looks like he washes clothes in motor oil.
Yeah. Hey, girl, where you going? Want me to follow your car? Hey, girl, I'm gonna be at your house tonight. You might as well, hey, give me your number. Hey, I'm gonna get it anyway.
I'll get at your purse.
Yeah. Can't escape old hillbilly Shia.
I know where you live.
Yeah.
But watching you sleep.
I'm gonna find you.
And make you lonely.
Me and old Zach, we gonna get you. Go on.
That's why he throws the keys in there.
Good job, Zach.
Yeah, she got to stay now.
Go on. Get a cent, Jack. Get a cent. Go find her. Go, Zach. Go.
Jesus.
The thing that keeps it interesting for me, and Martin knows that I'm partial to this anyway. It's the casting of it either feels like odd casting to keep things interesting, or it's real people that they cast, you know, like who are not actors that actually do a good job. But most of it is just kind of odd casting that keeps things interesting. I mean, they got rappers in here. This is Yellow Wolf, rapper from Alabama, plays the henchman. I'm not gonna say he's bad or good. He wasn't in there enough, but definitely was like, what the f is this when he got on the screen? There's wrestling in here, so they bring in some old wrestling figures, man. Jake the Snake.
My favorite wrestler of all time.
Really, Jake the Snake?
Yeah. I'm sitting there watching. I was like, oh shit, is that Jake the Snake? I was just looking him up recently.
Looks like he's selling snakes.
Getting this whole story. Oh man, he's been cracked out and everything. Been in rehab. His life has been a sad story. So I was happy to see him in this.
There he is in the backseat. He's covered up by the bar, right there. But looking at him, man, it's you don't recognize him at first. Look like he actually swallowed that snake right there. There's other, I don't like, some people I know, but they look interesting and maybe want to look them up. Like this guy, he's a wrestler and a wrestling announcer, Mike Francis Foley. Y'all friends?
Yeah, that's Mick Foley.
Mick
Foley, yeah. You know him?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, Jesus, that's weird. I'm glad I didn't talk shit about it. Come over here, hit me with a chair and shit.
Where does two go? Right here.
So do you know him personally?
No, not personally.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. I thought.
Oh, why'd you confuse that? He was just saying he knew who he was.
Well, he was like, oh, that's my friend. No, I didn't know who he was.
I'll be honest. I thought he knew him personally too.
Yeah.
I thought so too.
Because he was kind of like, oh, Mick, I know him, man.
Yeah, he's popular.
The weird casting comes in. Man, this is where this movie just drops little weird things. They got John Bernthal in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Who doesn't say a word in this film. And you wonder, because it's like they keep showing him in flashbacks, and you wonder, like, was he just drunk on the set and they couldn't use anything? So he just made all his scenes flashbacks.
Well, you know what? I wasn't hurt to not have him in there. Like, man, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
I was like, because he's gonna do it if he's in the movie.
Yeah. No, he's gonna be like the Punisher. Like, yeah, that's not in the script, man.
But I was like, you know what? I buy him as his older brother.
No, I do. I just didn't. It's funny because they talk alike, but he never talks.
I know.
You know, I was like, wow. If there was any moment for him to come up here, because y'all know he played an old redneck ass Punisher.
Yeah.
The moment that Thomas Hayden, like everything was just kind of, it was maybe odd here and there. Maybe it was a little weird. Maybe it was interesting, like I said. But the moment this fool enters the story, that's when this movie loses its goddamn mind, man. There was a moment near the end of this movie where they didn't give a anymore. They did, and something happens, and everybody. It's one of those movies where it's confusing people. Like it confused these people. It's like, oh, this is a Down syndrome kid. Are we supposed to laugh or root him on? He did something so crazy. I was in the movie theater. And people looking at me like, who's this asshole right here? And I was like, man, y'all know this is funny.
The thing you're talking about, does it involve After Effects?
Yes. I said, this movie loses its mind.
They just suddenly went for it.
The movie almost got Down syndrome. It just went crazy. It did not care, man. And I'm almost saying this as a compliment. I think you're gonna look at it as a bad thing.
I honestly, I felt I was on two sides about it. Because on one hand, I was like, come on, y'all are doing something grounded, and then you just throw this in. At the same time, that is hilarious. And I think that when it got brought up you knew you shouldn't have done it, but you couldn't resist it.
Man, I don't blame him, man. I really don't, man.
What does Thomas Hayden Church play?
Oh, actually, you know what? The movie felt like it was winding down, coming to its conclusion. they get to their goal, they meet him, and it's like, all right, well, it's about to be over. And it's derivative, kind of, whatever. No. He brings in a whole new plot line, but I thought he was amazing in it. I love Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah, Thomas Hayden.
He was my favorite character in the whole movie.
Thomas Hayden Church, and I got to say also, Thomas Hayden, I mean, everybody just went for it, man. Nobody held back. Everybody said,
to be given.
If Zach don't give a we don't either. Shit, let's all go crazy.
Zach doesn't know.
Yeah.
You guys supposed to know better.
Thomas Hayden Church, old Jake right here, old Jake and the Snake, they lost it, man. Now, I'm gonna tell you, it didn't go like Tarantino crazy.
No,
nothing like that. I would say that it's something like it's kind of Hobbs and Shaw light. Where they do shit like that, where it's kind of like, okay, when did you stop respecting physics in this movie? When did you stop respecting logic and reason? I actually I really admire the movie for that. I got the biggest laugh, and I think they meant for that. I don't know. There were some people who I'm gonna tell you something. There were some people looking at this because I don't feel bad at all. I don't feel a bad bone in my body for talking about Zach, all the jokes we made, because that's what the movie's about.
It is.
The movie's about treating these people as equals, not coddling them. If there's a part in here where Shia LaBeouf actually looks at a character and says, "You know what? Stop calling him a retard." And that person's like, "I never used that word." And it's like, your actions are, man. You pretty much you're talking down to this kid. You're putting him in a prison. You're not letting him meet his potential. So I don't feel bad about any of the jokes he made or anything like that. The movie's giving that message. But that crazy thing that we're talking about, I sat there and watched everybody sit up there and like, oh, this is so inspirational.
Oh my God.
I was like, you mother know this is crazy? Come on now. Don't make me sit up and don't make me the bad guy.
I mean, it's downright stupid when you get to it, but it is funny to watch. I'll tell you when this is.
I'll tell you.
I mean, come on, man. Y'all can't keep doing me like this.
Yeah, I would even say, the first couple acts, you watch them, you don't. The third act, stick around for.
And the thing is, it's almost a play on a demeaning term. If you know what I mean. Do you know what I'm saying? The term I'm thinking of.
No, do not.
Billy's going to see it now. Look at him.
No, he's got to pee. Damn. Boy drinks a lot of water.
Yeah, he can't even walk.
Walking on the moon.
Little drops right there. You see that? I believe his water broke right now. It was, I said, very, very derivative of so many things,
so many
man.
movies.
And yet, it at the end of it, it seemed to almost realize that. And it's like, yeah, we got to change this up. Move up a little bit. Yeah, we got to change this up.
We got to do something to set ourselves apart or be memorable.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going to give this. It's going to be a low matinee because, again, while you've seen all this, I like Shia LaBeouf. I like their relationship in the movie. It's a low matinee, nothing to really rush out for. But I really don't think it's going to be a disappointment if you see it.
I can't quite go low matinee. It's more of a rental to me because it is so derivative and contrived. I mean, even the title Peanut Butter Falcon, the way that even comes about, it's like, man, you guys had that title. You just like the way that title sounds. You found an excuse to marry Falcon and peanut butter and just cram that shit together. And that it doesn't even make sense. You know how it's like those things weren't even together.
Yeah,
and suddenly they were like, oh wait, let's do this.
Yeah, you might as well call this shit Reese's Peanut Butter Falcon.
Right.
You got your Falcon in my peanut butter.
Yeah, and you can get a celebrity. I mean, get an
endorsement.
and that ending, like it is fun, but that shit ain't right.
I loved it, man.
Well, that's the climax. The very ending, I was kind of like, that's kind of some bullshit right there.
No, that was complete bullshit. Yeah.